Good afternoon. Welcome to our Educreations webcast. My name is Brenda Alklaben. I'm the director of the Syracuse Teacher Center.
And I'm Maureen Gridley. I'm the Instructional Technology Integration Specialist for the Syracuse City School District.
And this afternoon we're going to be showing you how to use Educreations to create an interactive whiteboard or screencast that's simple and fun to use. You can annotate and narrate any type of content as you explained any concept.
So teachers use Educreations to create short instructional videos and share them with their students. Students can also create videos demonstrating their understanding or knowledge, and teachers can watch the lessons or the screencasts that their students create. So Educreations is a free site. Just search for Educreations. Like so many other free sites, it has gone paid recently. So there is a paid version, but the free version is fine. It just limits how many in-progress screencasts you can have. Now, if you're a teacher, you'll go to teacher. If you're a student, you'll go to student. If you already have an account, you'll click login. There is an app for Educreations, and it actually works really, really well. It's easy to use to create the screencasts and to watch them. But if you don't have iPads, you and your students can just use the internet. And then you just click Google, log in with Google. We do this because it's easier for us. It's one less thing we have to remember. All right, and here's our dashboard. To create a new lesson, you just click New Lesson. And this is your screen. So this is your whiteboard, and you can put anything you want on here to explain a concept to your students. You can change the color of your pen. You can erase anything. So here's that. And then you can erase it. You can hit the pointer to become the select tool to move things around. You can insert any kind of media from your computer or your iPad. You can undo and redo. You can delete everything. And then you can toggle between pages. The first thing you'll want to do is hit record once you have a plan for your lesson. So we are going to hit record.
And allow that.
Allow.
And then you're going to go ahead and click close after you hit allow.
Okay, so now this is recording us. So one of the really useful ways to use Educreations is to teach math lessons. Brenda was telling me that she knows a teacher that records math lessons and then posts them so that students who struggle at home with homework can go on to the teacher's website and rewatch the screencasts, which is a great idea. So you can just pick what color you want to be, and you can do 1 plus 1,
2.
1 plus 2 equals 3. And now you can insert pictures. So the way to do pictures, you open up a new tab, and we'll just do apples, just to keep it simple. We'll go to images, and then we'll just grab this apple. I don't know if everybody knows, but you can do usage rights. So this is not a bad idea if you're posting this online so that you know you're not taking anything that's copyrighted. So labeled for reuse with modification, and it gives you a couple apples. They're all the same. So you open up from your start menu, you open up the snipping tool, click new, and you can snip your apple. I don't really like that one. Sorry, I'm going to do it again.
It's hard to get it.
There we go. Okay, so there's our apple. We go to File, Save As, Apple, and then we go back to our Educreations, which is still recording. And I want to make sure. Okay. And then you can just click the picture. it pauses while you're adding media. So you'll see up here that it says 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So it doesn't waste the time that you're finding things. And then we'll click that. And then we're the pointer now. See how this is highlighted? The blue is highlighted. And we can make it smaller or bigger. And sorry. And then we're going to insert a couple more apples. And we're going to insert one more. All right. So you could record this over to your students and say, click record and say, so one apple plus 2 apples equals 3 apples. You could go to the next page and add more. You can add more pictures, more math problems. So 2 plus 2 equals, and then we're going to pause this. And we could add more content. We could add more pictures.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And you can also bring in things and label them like cells, or I did a pyramid once and labeled the different chambers of the pyramid so that they could use it as a study tool before the quiz. So there's just many different ways of using this.
That's a great idea.
There's also a gallery of lessons that have already been created. I'm not sure if you wanted to navigate over there. We can.
So we're going to click Save. Nice work. And you can click Save to save it, or click Preview to replay your work. We're just going to, or click Start Over. We're just going to click Save. And now we're going to give the lesson a title. So we're going to say Addition and Apple Addition. Obviously, this would be more detailed if you were using this. We're going to do math.
And the privacy
and we're
area.
Going to keep the privacy. You can publish it, that's fine too, but we're going to keep it private. And then, oops, sorry. We're going to scroll down. We're going to do grade level, kindergarten, and then we're going to create it. So here is our lesson. Our lesson has not been assigned to any of our classes because we don't have classes. So to create a new class, you just click New Class. And we'll give it a class name. So we're going to do the LTG, that's you guys. Subject area, it doesn't matter, you can leave all. We'll do kindergarten. And then create a class. And what pops up, here's your class and here's your class code. So this class code is how students register in your class. So I'm just going to write it down quickly. We are also going to go over to featured lessons now. Sorry, lessons. And we can do favorites. Oh, we don't have any.
You have to click,
click
on the triangle of dots there.
And then where are the featured lessons?
Usually it goes there. Let's look under lessons now. Reasons? Seems like you're... The gallery of lessons is only available on the iPad app version, and there you can click on the star on the app on the left-hand side, and you can select lessons from math, science, language arts, social studies, world languages, creative arts, computing, and health and PE that have already been created. I do recommend that you take a look at them and review them completely for errors and for how well they are done before you add them to your saved lessons, and then you can assign them to your class after that.
Perfect. So once you save them to your lessons, save one of the featured lessons or one that you create, it will be in your lessons. Here's our lessons. And then you just click on it. And you can watch it.
And then you're going to go ahead and click.
And you can click Add to Class. And you just select which class you add it to. You can also, from this window, so all we did was click on the lesson itself, you can also share it, so you can get an embed code or a link to share. So you could embed it into a website, or you could email this to somebody. So a coworker, a parent, or a student. You can also view the stats, who actually watched it, and how long they took to watch it, if they watched the entire duration. And there's also settings down here, so you can change that part that we did when we first created the lesson. So if you wanted to delete the lesson, you would do it here, or if you wanted to change the title or the grade or the privacy, it would be done right here. Okay, so when you're a student, we're going to show you what it looks like to log in as a student. So students would click right here. And then, do you have a course code? Yes, we do. And then we're just going to enter our course code. It's YVUCBKX. And then this is the teacher's name. So your name would be right here. So I'm going to put my first name. Oh, caps. Sorry about that. Maureen Gridley. If you do not have an email address, then choose a unique username that you will use to log into Educreations. So students do not need an email address, but we would recommend that they use their username, maybe their full name. So Maureen Gridley or M Gridley or whatever. And the password we recommend either be the school name or the teacher's name. So I'm just going to type in Gridley, but you guys could put in Huntington or Dr. Weeks or whatever your last name is. The thing with doing the teacher's last name that would be tricky for the kids is the kids can add multiple class codes under their account. So if you have multiple teachers using Educreations, they can add them all to their account. So that's why Brenda and I recommend using the school name. And you can uncheck that because they don't have email. And then they just click sign up. Sign up complete. So this is my username. So if you're in your independent station, this might be one day activity and the kids keep track. They write down in their notebook or on a card their username, and then everybody has the same password. If you need help with this, you can contact me or Brenda, especially the first day, like initial setup. Just like with anything else, Brenda and I would be happy to come in and help you and your students.
Absolutely.
So this is me, my lesson, my classes. So I'm going to join this class. I don't know why it's asking again, but we will. That's not a big deal. VUCB. Oh, I've already been added. Great. Okay. So. All right, so here's the lesson. So then I can watch this. Now, as a student, what I can also do is create a new lesson. So I could then, as the student, this is me as an actual student, I could do my own math lesson. So I'm going to pick red.
Show what you know.
And I'm going to record. And I'm recording right now. And I'm going to say 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then I'm going to go to the next page. And you can go on and on. The students can go on. And they really like hearing their own voices. They like using the whiteboard. You can help them insert pictures, but they don't have to. And then we're just going to save it. And as the teacher, we would just give it, I'm still the student, so I would just write addition, keep it private, hit create. And then this is my lesson. And the teachers, my teacher can view this lesson to actually see if I know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Some other great ideas. Brenda mentioned the pyramid. So students, we just showed you how you could do math problems and narrate the process and the steps. Students could also write stories and narrate them. They could practice fluency by reading a story out loud. Well, maybe a partner illustrated or they illustrated, but that would practice fluency. They will hear themselves reading. You could do anything with maps. So like the colonies, westward expansion. There's tons of free maps online, and you could have the kids find the map and then label them. You could do that with body parts, or like body systems.
Yep.
You could do that with animal cells, plant cells. You could do that with life cycles.
Yep. Parts of a flower I've seen done.
Yeah, great one. So really it is a really easy and useful tool. The featured lessons on the iPad, as Brenda said, are great to use and useful as well. So we hope you guys enjoy this, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Brenda. My email is mgridley@scsd.us.
And mine is BAULL-KLAB as in boy EN @SCS.US.
And when you're done with your lessons, if you are doing this as part of the ARC grant, when you do go into your lesson, grab that shareable link, not the embed code, but the shareable link, and attach that to your lesson plan for me and Brenda so we can review the lessons as well. And again, please reach out to us if you need help. We would love to come into your classroom and help your students. We look forward to seeing all the wonderful things that you and your students produce.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.